Okay, so let's talk about T flip-flops and XOR gates. What are those? Well, it's easier to understand what they do. So let's say you want to enter a room or turn a light switch on, and there's a light switch on one side and there's a light switch on the other side of the room. Well, there, boom, lights on, and that turns it off as well. And the light switch on the other side of the room turns it on and turns it off. But what if you flip that switch and then you want to flip this switch as well to turn it off? Well, how's that work? Ah, look at that. And then you can turn this one on again and turns it on, and this one turns it off. This is called an XOR gate. It's a logic thing. Figure it out. And here's how you build it. Here, I'll just pause right here so you can eyeball this thing. See? It's pretty easy. Repeater in that direction, repeater in that direction, redstone lamp, redstone lamp, redstone lamp, redstone lamp, redstone lamp, bunch of redstone, power something. That's pretty much it. Now, I call this a stupid XOR gate because I can't use buttons here. And sometimes you want to use a button because it's subtle, but a button only gives you a pulse. See, check it out. Let's say I put a pulse there. See, it doesn't work right. You need a lever. That's why I don't like XOR gates. I used to build these all the time. I don't build them anymore. So instead, I discovered a T flip-flop, and here's how this thing works. The T flip-flop will take, well, really, it'll take input from anything. So I can even add another one here. Let's say there's 3 light switches. Or a better explanation would be to say, what if I want to open a door from either side? And there's a button on both sides. So click this button and the light turns on. Click this button, light turns off. Let's say there's a third button. Why? Who cares? Third button. Boom. As long as a pulse gets put into here, the light turns on. Now let's build the thing. Okay, so you're going to start with a dropper pointed up, dropper pointed that way, and then a dropper pointed back at this one. You got to kind of angle it there. Then you need a hopper that goes into here. So this one's pointed that way, this one's pointed up, this one's pointed over at the hopper, and the hopper's pointed down. Throw anything in here, just like a piece of redstone, whatever. It'll shoot it into this one. Now, you need a comparator. The comparator registers that the redstone is in here, so it spits a signal out. Why do I put a repeater there? Well, here's why. Look how weak that signal is. You won't be able to power anything decent. So just throw a repeater after there, and boom, now the signal's strong. Now, how do we toggle this thing? Well, you can put a button directly on the dropper, and it'll power this dropper, which will power this block, and it'll send that redstone, where is it? It's there. So that the comparator doesn't register there's a redstone anymore, turns the signal off. Click it again, it'll shoot it up here, it'll put it into the dropper will put it here, boom, you got a signal again. That's really it. So then you got to get a signal into here because no one's going to want to put a button there. So let's say instead we're powering like a piston door or something. So repeater. And let's say the button's here for the door. And let's say the button is here for the door. Okay, well, there you go. Obviously, it's not going to go this way. You'll have to move it around so that the pistons open and close somewhere near these buttons. But you get the idea. That's it. And that's much better than one of these bulky XOR gates. These have their purpose, I guess, especially if you don't have the hoppers and the droppers. But if you don't have enough stuff for a hopper and a dropper in your survival world, what are you doing? Anyway, that's it. So go and like and subscribe and make some fun stuff.